Welcome. Looks like maybe my chat. Oh no, okay, good morning everyone. Hope you're doing well.
Morning, Matt.
Morning. Morning, Raul. Morning, everyone. Yo. Let's take a look. Is the chat working? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, welcome. So, yes. It's a beautiful Thursday. Let me take a look over here. We'll get started for today. We'll get started. Oh god, I'm tired today for some reason. Okay, so let's get that. So yeah, how was yesterday, guys? We took 2 winning trades, pretty good, pretty happy with it. Yeah, just get this on. Let's see what gold's looking like at the moment. Yeah, wow, gold pushed up. For the last part, like 3 o'clock. Yeah, I actually saw one trade that I kind of wanted to take a little bit late yesterday. This one here, that closure above there was good. Closure above clean candles. It was just at 4:30, fucking way later on, but and that trade was good. What I would have done there was gone right. Stop loss is 50 pips. TP is like 46. Let's see if I can use 50-minute. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's still like a 50 pips zone. So that was all right. So let's get rid of all this. I took one impulse at 3 o'clock, 22 pips, called it a day. Very nice. Well done. So yeah, today we have advanced GDP for US, and apart from that, there's nothing. Wow. Nothing. So that means we should be okay in terms of taking trades again. If you take a look then at gold, we'll start at gold here. Let's turn this down a little bit. Yeah, so in terms of gold on the daily time frame, we've got another bullish closure here. Daily bullish close, daily candle close bullish. Didn't close obviously strong bullish, but it did close bullish still. Oh shit, that's a 4 hour. Oh, I did, yeah. Daily close very strongly bullish, right? Great rejection wick as well, looking very nice. To get to our TP for the week. Oh, I already hit it. Yeah, my target for the week was 1950. This resistance / support there, and I've already hit it today through Asian session. So very nice, good stuff. But yeah, we're still bullish. Daily time frame obviously clearly closed very bullish, which is nice. So buyers obviously still a bias, but Doesn't mean we can't take sells. It just means that buys are going to be probably overriding. 4-hour time frame right now came to the high at 1949 and I've rejected a little bit. Came back to the retest of the 4-hour as well. This is a level that we could react off. So let's take a look at the hourly and the 30 and the 15. Okay. So in terms of Goldie here, we have a resistance. Sorry, we have a resistance here at 1949. I think in terms of closures above there, it might be a little bit sour for me because if you take a look to the left hand side. Oh no, I think it's okay. So potentially above 1949. So for me here personally, this is just a quick thing, easy thing that you could do, right? 1949, this is where we're at right now, okay? What are we going to do if you break above higher? Well, it looks like every single time we push up, we push to there, right? Push up to there, push up to there, push up to there. So right around them areas, right? So let's just draw that line on. Next target would be 1953.6. Yeah, 1953.6 would be nice for later on. Let me just go back here. And in terms of the sells, well, obviously we have really, really clean candles here, which is pretty good. 30-minute time frame, there is support there. I do think overall we're bullish though, quite bullish. So I think I'd wait for a closure back in the zone. Somewhere like below there. Yeah. So yeah, below this 30-minute support, below this resistance, then I think the sells would be nice later on. To continue back to 1922. Yeah. So there we go. Kind of simple. Buys are potentially above 1949 if you want to get a nice closure. And a little drive potentially to see if it just pushes from your zone. And then obviously sells below back into the zone would be nice. Oh, sure, I'm so tired today. So yeah, really good. The amount of USD news at 130, it's unreal. Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a lot, isn't there? Still, though, in terms of days, still not much news overall collectively, right? So yeah, I think in terms of gold trades yesterday, where would you have wanted to take them? Obviously this fake out back in the zone there is nice, and then that closure above there, 430 clean candles. All this was nothing for me, really. This didn't close below. This one did, but already came to TP. This is range. So yeah, they don't get caught in there because I know a couple people. I know Don did a little bit, I think. Yeah, for me it was quite close to the support. The hourly closed bearish, but on support there. So kind of lift that. Actually, was there a 5-minute trend line? Cause I think someone sent me one. There might have been. Yeah, something like there. Yeah, what a trend line as well. Didn't really close above though, but I mean you could have got in on that one there, I think. Interesting. Interesting. Someone on Instagram sent me that. I was like, oh, that's a stinking nice little buy. So yeah, kind of simple. That's all I'm really waiting for. In terms of anything else, yeah, I mean, if it breaks 1943, it's probably going to come to 1940, but I think that zone could be a little bit of a pain because there's rejections there. I got cut with Don. Lol should have waited for below 1921.2. Yeah. I suppose the people that find it frustrating is I saw on Don's thing that like he's like he takes the loss and then everyone's like Well, in the next fucking 3 hours, he'll trade by himself and make it back again. He literally did that. He literally did that. I mean, it forces you really to get the signals right, so you can get the money back after. But all a part of the process, you know, as he said, you know, sometimes there's months where it just doesn't work as well, but he'll be licking his rim again in the next 2 or 3 months. So it just swings and roundabouts, right? It means nothing. It's good stuff. So let's take a look then at GJ. GJ, you're breaking my heart. To be fair, GJ is not breaking my heart today. Sorry, yesterday. Yeah, so I took an EJ trade yesterday. First EJ trade of the year. And it went beautifully. 0 drawdown. It's beautiful. So daily time frame. The last one closed bullish, but with a rejection wick to the downside. But I think that's just a bit of a doji candle. Showing lack of volume, showing lack of direction. 4-hour time frame, we are between the 4-hour and the daily flips again. The whole of yesterday it was pretty much suggesting that the lower time frames are maybe ranging. Looking at the hourly, the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, I mean, look, we've closed. 30 minutes closed above. This should continue, maybe to touch this 165.50. But anything else is in terms of clean zones, yeah, the hourlies, the 30 minutes below are alright, but nothing special. But there is a support there, right? Yeah, nice. So that's kind of like 160 flat. Is that where I took the trade yesterday? Where did I take that trade? Oh no, I got in all the way up there, didn't I? Okay, let's take a look at the 4-hour. Yeah, I mean, I suppose actually it's hourly support there, 30-minute. I think maybe potentially a closure below this 160, because every single time we drive below 160 we push to 160 800 at least. Every single time we drive back up we push to it, so it moves quite quickly below this area. So potentially sells below 160. I don't want a nice closure though, because obviously 160 is quite a big psychological level, but I still think it's decent. So yeah, I was the manager of the team last night, 5-a-side. We fucking beat their asses. Again. I think every single game we've played in this league, we've beat them at least like 24. I think last night's score was 24-7, I think. We let in a little couple of goals at the end because we were just fucking around, but I was bollocking, shouting like, lads, you're letting them in. Obviously, yeah, so in this range, the resistance is up here, 160, 860. Would I take buys above there? No, I think there's too much of a level I could just reject up here. Yeah, it's 23 pips maybe to the level, maybe shorter, maybe 20. The wicks to the left of the side. I know it pushed nicely here, but this is quite rough, and this was a news candle, so I'm not really too asked about that. So it's kind of the same. It's kind of similar, right, to yesterday, right? I look at gold. I think there's quite good opportunities in gold today. When I look at GJ, I don't really see too many, just because of the ranges, right? So more focus is probably going to be on gold today, just like more focus was on GJ and EJ yesterday. I wasn't looking at gold really yesterday because it was just traffic to the left was quite bad, apart from maybe a closure below there. So yeah. Yeah, we did a simulation session yesterday in NY session after we took our trade, because we're like, you know, fuck it, I feel there's not going to be any more trades, so I'd rather sort of sit there do something. So we did yeah, August, really good simulation. Could you explain what was Don's trade yesterday? No, I can't. It's based on like the 5-minute and stuff, and I only know trend lines and that. I don't really know, like just closures. I think it was just. I think it was just a closure below, but he was waiting for the hourly to close. But I think the hourly was the move, wasn't it? Because that closed below this one here, top wick flip. How much would you got? Yeah, he would have got like 28 pips, and then he got in on the flip here to continue down to feel that. Yeah. So for me, I feel it was just 5 minutes late. I feel it already pushed to the support. Closed below the 5 minute zone. Push the support. I think you're going a little bit lower. Okay, Max, on the gold 30-minute time frame, you have sells at 1940. Would gold sells at 1943 make sense? Thoughts on the difference? So gold sells on 1943. Yeah. So in terms of 1943, my only cause of concern there is if you took a sell below 1943, the zone below is to 1940, so it's 30 pips. But look at these wicks. Look at this level here. So we've had resistance when we came down before, so when we came up at this level. So I know that we're going to probably have a bit of an area where we're going to struggle and maybe react off there. So if you mark out that zone now, 9 pips, you know what I mean? It's not worth it. And then let's take a look at the hourly, the 30-minute. Sorry, yeah. So like, and what I like here is the hourly. Like realistically here, gold is very, very bullish. It should come down fully here to retest and then continue bullish. You know, I feel the retest could react off quite hard, and then you'll be in some drawdown. Whereas if you just wait for a closure back in the zone, then you know you get the drive all the way in. Yeah, that zone's much cleaner and much quicker than that zone there, that little bit there. So I just feel it's not worth it. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I might put that GJ sim on tomorrow or maybe Saturday, because it was actually in the middle of the session. I already did 2 sims that week for the squad, so I might put that one on YouTube just so you can see July in terms of gold. Sorry, GJ. There's a lot of the ones that we talk about all the time where the GJ 30-minute closes back below the Asian highs. There's so many of them. I think I took 3 of them, and they all ran like fucking 50 pips. I'll show you what I mean in a sec. By it, I'll show you one of them. I'll take a look at EJ as well. Nice. Okay. So we had a big push down. Daily time I did close bearish. We are still ranging in this little area here. 4 hours kind of not doing much. It's fine. Hourly 30-minute. Yeah, so I think this is quite a bog standard trade area. If we had this as homework, probably a closure above 141, 460. We've got clean candles here to continue back to the high. So yeah, I think buy above 141, 460. Could we take sells? Well, let's take a look. Right, let's take a look at sells below here. 148.80. Yeah, you might be able to drive down to 144.80. 37 pips. I wouldn't say it's the cleanest, but it's okay. So yeah, I'll just go through the trade I took yesterday. Very, very simple trade yesterday. Based on the 30-minute time frame, really. And it was this one here. So, was it? Oh, that was so nice there, but didn't close. Yeah, so if to look at yesterday, we had a support / resistance kind of like there. And then I was like, right, if we close it back in this zone. Sorry, let me just get rid of this. If we get a closure back in this zone, we should fill this to at least there, 14700. Sorry, 147, this kind of area here. Yeah. That's the first level it's going to react off. Why? Well, because look to the left-hand side. We've got clean areas here. So we should just fill that, okay? So then I come to the trade. Yeah, the GJ ran well, eh? Yeah, it ran like fucking loads. This 30-minute candle close. This is the gap. This is the gap. I was busy there. And then the 12 o'clock candle opens. We make a massive top wick for the hourly, which is great. We then come down, reflip. I had a sell stop on the break at the previous 30-minute low there. So stop loss was a little bit larger. But yeah, closed over here. 10 pips, 11 pips, kind of that area there. 80%, and then wanted to continue to fill the zone. But the reason why I closed there is because that's where the traffic is. Okay, So very simple. Not the best R to R, but I got my 0.78% of that. So good stuff. Okay, looking like GJ is starting to push down over here. So people who try to take buys there, you just got slaughtered. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we get given here. We'll see. We'll see. Looking like a double top on the 50-minute time frame. Interesting. 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 So yeah, it hit the 7% mark, which is good. On my personal, it's around about 8.9. So nearly 10%, which is alright considering I had quite a rough start. Now we're getting back into it, which is good. So yeah, I mean, this is it. Very, very simple analysis, just as usual. And now we just gotta wait. But yeah, I'll show you a couple of the trades from that simulation. The ones that happen on GJ quite a lot.
Beautiful, beautiful. Close some there.
So look, it's very, very simple. Closure above, clean candles to the left hand side. Bosh. Same one again. Closure above, clean candles to the left. I think I got a break even there, or maybe minus 10 pips. Did not continue. Faked out. The good thing about that is, it is very, very bearish. But managing risk is good there. Let's take a look then at one that I want to look at. Yeah, this one here. Can you see? This is 30-minute time frame. You have a resistance here, resistance there, resistance there. We came up. We broke resistance. We closed back below into the zone on the 30-minute time frame. Wait for the top wick, flip, and then take a sell. Stop loss above. And pretty much every single time this motherfucker runs. So there you go. There's probably TP1, but you can normally just fill a zone. There you go. Fills the zone. And this happens all the time when it swoops the Asian lows, sorry, Asian highs, closes back in the zone. Show you some more. There's another one. That's literally the same fucking candle that we saw before. This is Asian highs. Price closes kind of in this area, closes bearish, back in the zone. Bush. Look how far it runs. You can just hold that all the way back down to support. I think we took one more of them as well. Yes, here I was talking about how this is a massive bullish move. And like some people are like, Max, you missed a huge move. But I didn't miss anything in terms of my playbook, in terms of my rules, because the left hand side's choppy. So I didn't miss anything. Okay, and people kind of get caught, people kind of get, vexed about it, and they're like, oh, you missed a massive move. I took it all. And it's like, great, but you're also the people that lose fucking 3-4% a month. So it's just like, for me, if the left hand side is not clean.
Was good. I took a nice buy, but actually, it could have just been Boris was saying that the pound's amazing at the moment. You know what I mean? So you need to remember that false positives, like in terms of taking trades, they can look very like, oh man, look at this wash, this massive move. How many times do these people take these fucking trades and lose every single time? The one trade it goes bullish, what happens in your brain is you remember the big push. So you take this trade every single time, even though if you go back testing, it's not the best.
So there we go. Let's see if we have one more, maybe. So in terms of this win rate on GJ, I think it was 8 wins and 2 losses, and like 3 break evens.
Stop loss.
So there was another L. I think that was because, yeah, we pushed up first, and then I tried to get in a little bit later on. I think the rest are all winners. Same thing again, bearish close. Close it back in the zone, swooping the Asian highs. Should fill the zone. There we go. So that happened all the fucking time. Clean zone below, that was a nice little push. So yeah, I might put that on yeah, I'll just show you the trades you took there? Yeah, so it was 1L, 2Ls, and then the rest break even. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4 break even. Oh, no, yeah, 4 break even. And the rest, so pretty good. 18 likes. Make sure you like the stream, guys. Similar sales trade Raja took yesterday again on gold. Yeah. That's literally what it was. Because you're back in the zone. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, so kind of just chilling for the morning at the moment. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, we'll just wait a little bit longer over here. I'm just going to go get my vape and I'm going to be chilling. Oh, my calves are tight. Oh, I felt that. Oh, my God. Is Roger streaming again? Haven't seen any action. Yeah, I think he's doing the boot camp and then I think he's back in February, yeah. Yeah. Back for everyone to be annoyed about his NY trades. So yeah. I was talking to some guy actually, he's an investment banker I think he was, last night at the football, and he was talking about our trading and stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, I traded gold for a while. He goes, I liked it, but I didn't, you know, I like trading, I like doing it, and I made a little bit of money on it. Sometimes gold does fuck you up, doesn't it? I go, yeah, it does at the start. It does fuck you up at the start. Hey Max, when you go on a holiday? February the 20-something, yeah.
Strong close.
February the 20-something, yeah. Oh, it'd be nice to get away with Caitlin as well. I'm pretty happy about that. Get us some time. I still haven't seen Caitlin. She's coming back on Saturday, which would be nice. How to be disciplined in trading like you? Brother, you're watching the streams. You're with me every day. Just follow the score. I think the first thing, AMR, how many pairs do you trade? Because I know you trade quite a bit. Reduce the trading charts. Reduce them. Reduce them significantly. Look at 1 or 2. I generally think these pairs, the reason why they're good is because they seem to not be in tandem. There seems to be like for example, yesterday GJ and EJ had really clean zones and gold didn't, and now it's kind of the same thing today, but reversed. So it looks like there's one on, one off. So when you look here, so what I'm looking at here is GJ. For me, there's nothing really here I care about at the moment. It's got 40 pips to come down first, or 50 pips to come up for me to take any trade. So my focus is mainly on gold here, because we can maybe close above here, we can maybe close below. So you can start to like focus a little bit more. Because yesterday, when gold was doing all this, when everyone was trying to take these gold fucking sells or trying to do all this crap, I was just staring at GJ, me. I was like, bro, this zone below is clean. this zone below on GJ is clean. I'm looking to try and take sells here, boy. In terms of taking in more sells after that push, easy stuff. How many people took this trade? Because I would have if I wasn't at the gym. But look, price came down, price came up, price came down, right? Price makes a low, retraces, closes bearish, take the sell, bosh. I think Shane took that trade yesterday, so shout out Shane. Very simple. Yeah, very simple. Happens all the time. The first thing that should be going through your head, this is what I preach on the homeworks, right? When you have a big push down, big continued sell, wait for the retracement, take the sell back to the low, and then you know that's the next trade. Same thing happened on EJ, but it's not as high, I suppose, and it was in the gap actually. So looking like GJ's blasting off over here. Nice, bringing some volume. $19 likes, guys. Make sure you like the stream up. So it's coming towards Asian highs. See how it deals with that. Obviously, for me on the 4 hour, there's a shitload of resistance. This is why I'm also like not really. I'm just not asked about it. If this launches up 200 pips, great. Good. It's good for some people that can maybe take it, but for me, it's nothing. Max, I do watch setups, but the time of volume hesitates me. Like it comes before pre-London or before pre-NY. What do you mean? What actually? Tell me the actual times, because pre-London's good. Pre-London is good. So like 6 o'clock, 6:30. If we take a look at let's just take a look at the reviews from last year and just see how many there were. There's a lot of 7:30. I do remember that. So let's just start maybe like here, because this is where we got some huge things. So 6:36, 7:15, 6 o'clock. I do want to check though that the sim is on the same time as TradingView, because you know obviously the daylight saving and stuff could be confusing. This could be an hour before, behind, or ahead. I just don't know really. But let's just say, right, so 6 o'clock, 6:46, 7:46. There's a lot of trades actually at 7:46 through July, I think. June is a very slow month. It was pretty boring. Still though, still a decent amount of trades there. In terms of July, 6:26, 5:30. This is August. August was a fucking great month. August was really nice for both pairs. Yeah, a lot of early trades there. 5:15, 5:05. So there is trades in the morning. 6:30, 6:43. So they're just everywhere. I think anything lower than like 5 though, 5:15, 5 o'clock, I'll just leave it. Because someone in the group yesterday took a trade on EJ. It was a buy above here. I think, yeah, it was Kenneth or something. Look at the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, got a closure above. 50-minute also was like a celery, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it was a celery play. Somewhere around there. And he's like, Max, why didn't it work out? I go, bro, you're taking a trade at like 4:30. Way too early. There's just not enough volume. If you think breaking the high is going to happen at 4:30, you know, it's probably not. You need to wait for the volume to come in, and that generally just takes an hour or two to just go on a simulation session and just fucking click at 4:30. Does it push or not through a higher time frame resistance? And it normally doesn't. Can tip me? Shall I take it? In Pakistan, it's 11 AM pre-London, but I often see 9 AM setups. But I hesitate to take because of volume time. Well, there you go. All I'm saying, all I could say for that is, if you're hesitant, then you're not confident with the session. So go on, literally buy a software, sack off your trading account right now. Okay, if you've got a very small one, if you've got a big one, just take some money out of it, buy a software for FX or a backtesting software, and go through that time. And when you start going through the months from maybe whole of last year, then you'll have your answer. I feel some people feel like they need to ask other people, like, you know, ask me or ask Don or ask, you know, Raja. Oh, Raja, should I take this trade at this time? It's like, bro, we probably haven't backtested that time. Just go and do it, and then, you know, you'll be grand. Lots of rejection for the upside in gold, thinking it's not ready to go up. Yep. Looking like it's coming down. Looking like maybe the Forex a good retest. Yep. GJ, a little bit of a celery play there. Interesting. These are nice strong candles I'm watching on the 5, so it's looking like it's going to push up. So for me here last year, I'd be looking to try and get into this, but it's like now I'm just solidifying the backtest, and I just don't need to worry about it, boy. So yeah, I mean, it's been a bit of a slower week in terms of volume of trades, but I just got patient with it. Are we taking any gold this week? I don't think we have. Because I missed the Monday gold trade, didn't I? Yeah. So realistically, and then that gold closure back in the zone. So, but it's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, around about 3% made this week so far. Might be a stupid question, Max, but what time does it officially become NY session and no longer London? I don't actually know the official time, my man, but I just know the finish of London like open is normally around about 9:30, 10 o'clock. But actually, if you know, in terms of pre NY, I'd say is 11 o'clock, 11:30, something like that. So if you did take this celery play here, you can mirror this candle there, which you've kind of done. I'd go stop loss to break even now. You got 11 pips from it. Maybe stop loss was 13, so there you go. Probably close 80% there. Leave the rest running till 168.66. Bush. Max, why is GJ spread so high? It keeps jumping from 10 to 18 and then back to 10. Yeah. Mine's 10 at the moment. 9, 12. It's just a little bit higher at the moment, yeah. It's been that for a while, to be fair. It's actually a closure above Asian resistance as well here. So that's quite nice. So can you see though what we've done here? So even though it looked a bit choppy for me, you can still see that there is an opportunity maybe there. Hourly's just mirrored the candle to the left and side there. Beautiful stuff. In terms of how you could have got in, it'd probably have to be that celery there. But for me, I don't really like how this has a lot of wicks there. So obviously with volume it can push up, but overall it could be a little bit harder. So yeah, so Goldie's coming down. For a trend line, it's going to be a little bit too steep there, I think. Yeah, a little bit too steep. However, there might be one a little bit earlier on. Yeah, there's one there. What time is that at? That was actually at 6:55. That's not bad. And the 30-minute closed below as well. Yeah, that'd have been alright. Very nice. There, 14 pips. TP1 would have been there for 20, then TP2 there for 30. Wow, that was nice. Very good, very nice. Brian boy got it, I did think. I'm gonna check. Beautiful work. See if this can continue down to 1940. Fuck, I keep on forgetting to put the trend line on in the morning. I need to do that because I could have probably taken that one 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, closure below, retest, stop loss above, rejecting, 30-minute close below support, so the support's fine. I mean, the hourly was there as well, I suppose, but I think that one was alright. Bet Raja took this, same as yesterday. Bet Raja took this trade. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. See what he could have taken. I think you might not have because it's on the 15, but what time is this at? Was that yesterday? Or just now? Oh, just now here. Yeah, I don't think he would have, to be honest with you, personally, because the 30 wasn't clean, really. Quite choppy in that area. And the hourly as well, yeah. Only the 15 that looked alright. See though, again, candle push up, mirrored the candle back down. So 15 looked good there. Yeah, it was a nice fake out as well, actually. Interesting, interesting. Look at that push, look at that push. We're dip diving, so let's take a look at the 4-hour time frames and see what we're doing. Yeah, we're coming back down. Daily time frames make it slow wick. I do think buys will happen later on, but a retracement would be nice today at the start. Where did you get in on GJ? Oh, I didn't take GJ. I'm just telling you that's how you could have maybe entered with the celery play. I didn't get in. The zone to the left is choppy. Choppy. Keen to the daily flip, but it's always quite a good level to take some off as well. Looking like EJ's potentially coming up. EJ. 17 minutes left for a closure. That could be pretty nice. Is there still a little bit bearish, but it still looks pretty clean above. A little bit cleaner above. So yeah, if I have the recording yesterday, that trade we took was so clean. Pretty much, yeah, both of the trades yesterday was zero drawdown, weren't they? I think so. So that's quite nice to see. We haven't had that in a while. Some nice zero drawdown trades where it just runs. As you can see here, we reject very, very hard. Stop loss above the previous 30. To then get the drive. There we go, we stop pushing. So there we go, coming towards the traffic there, which is where I'm starting to look to close.
Now to fill 145 it wasn't as clean.
Very, very simple. Simple. You have oh, sorry. Let me take my GJ trade off for a second. That was from yesterday, brother. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Let me put that on there. Milada. Thank you for subscribing, brother. Alright. Gold has been clean the last days, making a bottom wick on the daily and always flipping bullish after. Yeah, 100%. It's normally what happens, to be honest with you. It is normally what happens when it's bullish, right? Because yesterday, look how far it pulled down. Pulled down all the way, and then the buys come to play. Lebosh. Great content, man. My name is Tongue Twister. That's right. A little bit of a tongue twister. So yeah, let's see how it reacts. I mean, obviously the 4 hour could go back to retest these resistances, so I want to be a little bit careful in terms of that. So we'll see. Looking like GJ may flip the daily. Already made a lower wick, which is nice. Be nice for this next counter close above as well. That'd be pretty good. That'd be nice. So I think the best scenario is probably EJ.
Do I mean?
Probably. Second, just check. Karen, 3% down this month. Okay, 3% down this month. It's okay. I mean, it's looking like you're not over risking, which is good. And now you gotta just look back at your losing trade. That's all you gotta do. It's very, very simple. First thing you got to do is look back at your losing trades. Look at maybe why they didn't work. There's always a reason, really, why they didn't work. There's only a couple trades every month or two where you say, you know, it is what it is. There's normally a reason. I feel people jump to the next trade so quickly and not like think about what went wrong. Is GU sells below 1.23878 a good chance? Let's take a look. $1.23878. Looking at the volume is quite weak at the moment. 4 hour retest there. Obviously, it's breaking 4 hour lows. Daily resistance is right there. 30-minute closure below. I mean, it's not bad, yeah. To continue back down to there. If it gets a closure, I just don't like entering candles where it's pure shit price action. But has the last 15 closed? Yeah, it's very bearish. Yeah, I think it could be a decent opportunity. I don't know how GU moves, but if that was GJ potentially, yeah. Yeah. There's Goldie tapping. That's where you know your zones are drawn out nicely. Taps the previous level. Ooh, I think I might have a closure over here on EJ. Potentially. See how it reacts at this res, but I think this could be quite nice. Breaking 4 hour resistance. Daily's flip bullish. GJ's also on the run, so we'll see what we can get in 11 minutes time. GJ daily may flip. Yeah, that's fine. But it isn't flipping, it isn't doing much if it flips, right? It's still not, it's not breaking anything, it's just hovering around this area, which it did the whole of yesterday, really. So that's fine. Would you recommend GJ sells if current 30-minute close back in the range? Potentially, yeah. Because that'll be, yeah, it closes back below 164.51 down here. That'll be faking out the Asian highs, yeah. Max, isn't it better to look for sells below 1937? Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean with the 4 hour retest. I agree in terms of that. But I think if I got to that point, I'd be break even anyway, so We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. This EGR next level shit, yeah, it's running pretty nicely here. Oh. How are spreads looking on EJ this morning? Oh, tight. Very nice. Better than GJ for sure, yeah. Spreads are good. I wonder why that differs there with GJ and EJ. Gold running. Yep. Get some good volume here at 7:30. So in terms of the scariest, because I think people get scared that this 4-hour resistance is there and could react off it. 100%, I also agree. So in terms of taking sells and gold, I'd want a closure, like down here, and I'd want a nice top wick and then a flip. To be honest with you, what you could do is take the sells below there. Because actually, that avoids this support, and then it's got clean candles below. So yeah, I think you're right, whoever said through 1837. I think I might wait until below there. Because we've already kind of pushed through it anyway, and it is below. It'll be below the 4-hour now. Fucking hell! Look at that wick up. We're gonna get EJ? Potentially, yeah. Potentially. My only cause of concern is the stops are gonna be a little bit on the larger side. You could use previous 15 to be fair. Damn, I'm getting better at taking profits. 20 pip W right there before gold started to reflip. Well done. And why is that? Well, because that is the logical place to take positions off. If you somehow got sells up here, maybe on the trend line or just a closure. Look at the higher time frames. Where could price react? Well, you know you have 4-hour resistance here. When you come back to it, that's where price could react. So that's where you close. You can see the 4-hour mirrored this candle at that point. So you've got to close there. Starting to see, yeah, exactly. You're starting to see the take profits where you can actually take them. You know, clean zones until you get to this level. Then it gets a bit choppier. So just take your positions there. Very nice. Doo-doo. Martin so far in my first turn with Muda. Oh, I need to watch Raj's new podcast. Raja Big Banks. Hopefully this podcast is a bit better because the one in Miami, that guy was the dumbest person I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. Roger literally talks for half an hour about 1 to 2 trades a day, and then at the end the guy goes, "Now, what one thing would you tell someone if they want to be a trader?" He's literally just fucking said it, and you haven't clearly not listened. Lol, is it Alex? Yeah, is he called that? Yeah, Alex. What a fucking shit podcaster. You know what I mean? Like, podcasters you just don't listen to. There's a lot of them. Like, people should not be some podcasts, man. Some people just can't be podcasters. Alex was hearing, not listening. Yeah, man. Another one yesterday. Oh my god. This fucking guy. I actually had to turn it off. I was getting that vexed. This fucking football guy. Let's take a look. Yeah, this fucking gremlin. He's also got emotional intelligence of a fucking sea cucumber. This one here. And actually him, because he was also agreeing with him. He was asking him, you know, have Lampard and Gerrard failed as managers? This was the first talk. And they were going, well, he's failed, hasn't he? He's failed. No, he's failed in the Prem. He didn't fail in fucking Rangers, did he? And then he kept on going, well, you know, Eddie Howe, he also failed at one point, and now he's one of the best managers, so it isn't over yet. And they'll go, well, no, he's failed in the Prem. It's like, oh my fucking god. How could you be so dumb? Yeah, I just can't stand people who just fucking don't listen to the other person, especially when they're saying facts. Do 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 do. Max, what team you support? Newcastle. Newcastle, Newcastle, Newcastle. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of traffic here, which is a bit annoying. But everything else is pretty clean up, so we'll see. Two non-footballers not listening to an ex-footballer, innit? It's like, I fucking hate that guy. What's that guy's name here? He thinks he's Billy Big Bollock, and he just doesn't know what he's talking about.
Different tools, then you can have that argument. If your successor just picks up the baton that you left him with and goes and wins the Champions League 4 months later, it's pretty compelling, isn't it? And starts picking the players that you didn't want, Rudiger, people like you just went having you, and then makes them a cornerstone of a team that goes and wins the Champions League. It leaves you in a slightly invidious position, doesn't it?
You can look at it how you want. I mean, if Pep had picked an half-decent normal team in that final sales, you wouldn't have won it. All these different things.
Okay. All right.
Rafa Benitez won the Champions League at Liverpool this first season, finished 6th in the league, and had 9 of his players who were Houlier's. So is Rafa a good or bad manager? Was Houllier crap? Well, I don't get what.
Exactly. He's a fucking shit. He's a shit host. Oh my god. But you talk a lot about Man U. Yeah, because I enjoy watching Man U, and I used to also support Man U when I was younger. You remember Cisse and Newcastle match? Yeah, man. Cisse. Yeah, I do like watching Man United play. I always like watching. There's always something going on. The game's never like in an easy like ass whooping. It's always like, oh, shit, they could score, or De Gea pulls off a massive save. Pay to be controversial. Yeah. Look like the JPY pairs are rejecting a little bit over here. I think I may want to wait for an hourly closure above, I think. Because that's quite a big retracement. Looking like it's probably not going to close above anyway. And yeah, Goldie's retraced a little bit. Agree with you, Max, about United? Yeah, like, you know what I mean? There's always something going on, like, oh my god. It's like ping pong. Like one time, like they never like hold the ball for more than 3 seconds. They're always fucking going at it. I have a question. Why wait for a 30-minute close to close above instead of looking on the 5 and seeing a closure there? I mean, you can. But 30 minutes easier to manage. 5 minute you struggle to manage. Because you're like, 5 minute bearish, or maybe I'll just hold on, and then it runs down 60 pips. Whereas if you've got a 30 closure, the confirmation is wild. So let's take a look then. It closed. Yeah, I mean, it closed above. We'll have to see maybe lower wicks and stuff. Because the GJ hasn't really pushed up as well. Interesting. Usually the referees side with the Man United, yeah. I generally think if you wait for 30-minute closures, your life will be significantly easier. So GU closed 30-minute bullish. Let's see if that works. Top wick flip. It's making a good top wick as well. Obviously breaking move here is 50-minute highs, but that's all good. Yeah, I think I want some sort of retracement first. Get a retracement and then to continue. What do you think about sell stop on GU? I don't trade GU, but yeah, it looks good. It's closed below Asian lows. Top wick as well. It's making the top wick first. Reflip break of the low should continue here. Only issue is it is very bullish, right? Celery on gold. Where there is no celery about. I think you mean the break of that high there, but that's not a celery play. It closed bullish. The next one's just breaking the high, rejecting the lows. It's not a celery play. That's a celery play. When your overall direction is bullish, you get a candle closing against you and then you break the high. That's a celery play. Here, the candle's closed in the direction of bullish and we just broke the high. So it's just rejecting the lows and breaking the high to potentially continue up here. Are you looking for the wick fill on gold? Nah. I kind of want the sells below later on. So I'll wait for that. Yeah, I want to wait until this closes below here and then I've got a good trade. Coming back in that zone. That's what I would like. Reason why I don't want to buy gold because the 30-minute closed bearish. 30-minute closed bearish. 4 hours broken the low of the previous. The daily's bearish. There's not one time frame that's bullish yet, apart from a 15 maybe. And it's not breaking out of a zone. What I would like though, this is what I would do later on potentially. Is this? It's when it's breaking out of a zone. So let's just say, right, price comes down here. 1 second. Closures below. I take a sell here, pushes down because normally it recently has been pushing bearish first and then later on it gets bullish. So then what will happen is price, then I take my positions off. I take some nice trades, get some nice percentage. Then obviously we have a little gap, and then what potentially happens is around about 11 or 12, which has been happening recently, is this candle closes back above resistance, and then that'll be my trade. Yeah. In terms of support forming, for me, it's not a support forming because it hasn't happened straight away. We haven't just had this push and we've retested and we've done support forming. We've held this resistance for a long time. How many hours is that? From 8 o'clock to 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So it's not like it's just made a high, retest, retraced, and then to continue bullish, you know? For me, it needs to be shorter. You know what I mean? Like here, look. I mean, let's just take a look and see if I see any. Yeah, like here, price comes, makes a high, closes bearish, closes bullish again to retest the highs. It's like 1 30-minute candle. Here, it's been there for a while. So the next 4 hours is going to close on EJ, and that will show us a strong bullish pattern, and therefore buys will be applicable. Yeah. I think the buys may still work here, but I just don't know about the lower wick, and the candles are getting a little bit smaller here. I kind of want this candle to nut down first, reject this level. Then reflip, break the high, and then I'll take it. If it doesn't give me that, it's because it's early in the morning, right? And we've already kind of retraced quite hard there. This candle broke the highs. 13 pips and retraced, so I don't want to wait a little longer for a low wick. If that means I miss it, that's fine. Because my stops are quite big on the 30, and I really want to use 30 stops in this example. Yeah, 30 pip stops on EJ is quite a lot. But let's take a look then. 5 minutes broke the high of the previous. But I don't know. I feel I kind of want to wait a little bit more for a lower wick. Or maybe an hourly closure above. We'll see. So let's say you did take this trade. Let's say you just go, fuck it. Stop loss below. You could maybe use the 15. That's a 14 pip stop. You're up 7 pips. That's for me a break even. Half of your stops, you're already up. And then you just see if it pushes. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, what I've seen on the sims and stuff is normally half of your stops is where you should go break even. It looks like. So if your stops are 40 pips, 20 pips go break even. If your stops 14 pips like this one, 7 pips is a good stop. If your stop loss is 15 or 30 pips, if it's 30 pips, you use 15 stops to break even. G's made the top wick. Interesting. Goldie's still chilling about. So coming towards the end of the week, how we're looking in terms of percentage gains for people here? How are we looking? I think around about 3.2%. 3.2%, and I missed that trade there because there's no top wick. And that trade there because I was doing the sim. So that could have been maybe a 1.4, maybe a 1%. That there would have been 100% of 1.4. Maybe even more longer actually. So maybe missed out on like 2.8. That's alright. 2% this week, 2.2%. Very nice. So you still be in this. So you get all of the drive and none of the drawdown, which is good. I'm an EJ buy is nice. I think you should be at break even here if you got on the flip. See if this can continue. Yeah, maybe you could use 15 stops. Are you an EJ? No, I didn't get in. I wanted this 30 minute to make more of a low wick. Kind of retest this level at least. You got close. I think like down to 450, then the reflip I would have taken it. Just because it's early in the morning. Early in the morning, there seems to be quite a lot of low wicks. So definitely, obviously, break even here. If you use 50-minute stops, yeah, you're only 8 pips profit, to be fair. Do do. Yeah, the last 15 actually already touched that support there. Interesting. If it doesn't drive straight away, London Open might give us another retest on EJ. Yeah. Yep. Look at the 5 minute. 5 minute closed above, which is nice. Oh. There's the 5 minute retest if you wanted to take that. Doo doo. So at EJ there's a minor support at 141,500, right? Yes. So you might hit break even here if it doesn't flip very soon. Yeah, gold's just sitting around at the moment, not doing too much. Looking like some resistance is coming though, which is nice. 50 pip stop for a 34 pip gain. Yeah, a bit rough. But yeah, it's a good way. It's a good way of managing that because obviously it's breaking highs. It needs the volume. You pushed up there, up like 8 pips if you've got the flip. See if it drives. If it doesn't, then you're good. GU's flipping. Break that low, brother. Here. Is this 5 minute not gonna flip? Minute left. Oh. What the fuck? Spain with 12.5% unemployment rate. Oh, that is nasty. Shit. Do they get benefits over there? 12. Wow, it's been high for a long time. Fucking hell. Oh my god, peak. COVID 16%. That's a fucking huge amount. So for every 100 people, 16%. 16 people. That's a lot of people. look at Switzerland. Where's Switzerland's at? Is it nearby or? Policy rate the Canadians at 3 o'clock. Oh, this is probably why gold moved. This is why gold moved. Okay. Was it at 3 o'clock? Yeah. Set the tone. So there you go. You probably got a break even on EJ there. 50 minutes broke the low of the previous. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for this hourly to close. I think the reason why I was a little bit cautious is because we had such a bearish move yesterday. I kind of was worried a bit of a fake out because it's not really with direction yet. I think waiting for the hourly was just a little bit more confirmation for me. Or if the 30-minute made a low wick and then reflipped, I would have just got the drive and then break even. So 50 minutes left. Oh my god. We'll do a little wordo while we wait. While we wait for maybe Goldie to get his ass down. See if we can beat our record. Trader. Oh. Is that green or yellow? Is that green or yellow, guys? It's hard to distinguish when there's no other yellow or green. I don't know if it's because it just looks
Yellow.
Yellow, okay. Okay. Ah, no, yellow. Like EJ's rejecting. So there you go. Good mismanagement there if you guys took the flip. That's what you gotta do. I can put E at the end. Let's do Ember. Are they all yellow? Yeah, they are. Okay. Ooh. Interesting. Harder one. A harder one. Goalie's about to flip. Beach. Let's take a look. Beach. Yeah, I was thinking 2E's beach. Oh! What? I have no idea for that one. The fuck? So looking like EJ is gonna fake out. Yeah, I think GJ is just ranging. It's not like it's close over a zone and then close back in. So closure back in the zone for me is not. It's not here. Beefy. Is beefy a word? Oh my god, it is. Oh my god. I used to love that word. Beefy. Beefy. Yeah, these 5 minutes are ranging pretty hard over here on Goldie. We shall see. Beefies. How many goes that take is? Not many. No EJ flips, honestly. What? EJ's rejected now, brother. Oh, now EJ flips. Now EJ flips, would I take it? No, because I've already rejected the highs. So it's rejection there. No, me gusta. I'll wait 10 minutes for the closure. That might give me a bit of some more story, some more writing in the stories. Like, honestly, I feel like they know. Nah. Who knows? They don't care about your little tiny account, I'm telling you. Or our tiny accounts, they're talking about billions, boy. GU never really broke the low of the previous, but did looking like the 30 is probably going to fake out here. But in terms of bad price action, is kind of what you get. 15-minute close, weak as well. How would I have taken that trade? I mean, how much would the difference be to break the low? 1 pip? Yeah, I'd do it. Breaking the low. If you have a more advantageous entry in terms of breaking a previous low, which is only 1 or 2 pips different, fucking take it. Same with GJ, same with gold. Just gives you that extra confirmation. Sometimes you miss a fake out, which is nice. So yeah, we'll see how this EJ closes. Interesting, let's come back down now. 15 has got no top wick yet. But that'd be nice then if the 30-minute close is bullish. EJ buys would be good. Down 10%, that's enough for me today. Have a good stream, guys. Ooh, be careful, be careful. 10% is a lot. Drop a like squad in London. Yeah, man, make sure to like the stream up. Make sure to like it up. Looking like EJ's maybe coming for some revenge over here. 8 minutes time. Now EJ's rocking. Nah, it's not. It's not. If you look at the 5 minutes, it's just, yeah, it's just retesting the level. It's fine. But you should, if you took an EJ buy, you should at least get in on the flip. If you're getting any higher, you're getting close to where it's rejected before. So you gotta go break even. This gold looks very, very intriguing. It's sitting here. Thank you, man, for the great content. Last year is down 40%, now I'm up 28%. Very nice. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. I notice lots of people who do live this kind of trading use fixed lots. If you have 2 separate trades, same quality risk type, and one has 10 pips stop loss and the other has 20 pips, wouldn't lots be different? For me, yes, it would in the back in the day, but now I use percentage risk, so mine does not matter. Mine does not matter. Which is great. I'm getting into so many more trades than I did before just because the stops. I was literally looking at the past summer things where the price action was great and I just couldn't take any trades because my stops were still I was just wanting 15 pip stops, 16 pip stops max, and there's barely any of them here. So I had to change it up a little bit. Had to mix it up. Oh my god, Raj with that guy who used to be a Black Bull. I didn't think where those guys went. Why did you get in more trades? I didn't get that. Sorry, because now I don't care about how big the stop is. I'll still take the trade. Whereas before I was like, oh, the stop's too big. I can't get in. As long as the zone's the same or more size than my stop, I'll take him. Yeah, looking at EJ could be a fake out. Interesting. Interesting. That'll be rejecting the 4 hour. Is gold still doing anything yet? Nope. Still hovering around this area. I still can remember Raj's 15-minute candle flips trades on GJ with 10 pip stop loss were always a banger back then. Well, that's what I did for fucking 3 years, 2 years. And then those things were never there anymore. 10 pips anywhere now is just like good luck. Isn't that mad though, like the difference? It moves much more now. Raj is fake, he never catches anything on stream but somehow catches massive moves in IG. I don't want to go for that again. Is gold good for buys? Bearish leg is good, is clean traffic. Yeah, it's clean, so if the buys do work out, this is going to run very quickly, but for me it's not breaking any zones, it's still bearish. I'm not asked for the buys at the moment. Later on, potentially, yeah. Oh. Support on the 50-minute on gold. How, bro? Look at the candles you're trading with. Do you really want to enter a trade like that? Look at the candles, bro. Nasty. Yeah, 50 minutes of close bullish, pretty weak. It's, you know, I just for me it's nothing. EJ closure back in the range. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. If we make it potentially a top wick and then reflip, yeah. That's what I'm looking at. Looking like GJ's pushing up again. Very nice. Owlie's going to close above resistance, so if we can drive a little bit higher. But as I said, it's nothing I really want today. Looks pretty good, yeah. I want it to close quite strong though, kind of below the Asian. But anyway, it depends. I kind of want to wait for a top wick anyway, so it's all good. It's all good. So if this candle can like come up. That's probably what I'd want. Come on, push up, 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 push up. Yes, hourly close below. Making a top wick. So I'm gonna have a sell stop over here, breaking the previous low. Stop loss is gonna be above 30 minutes. To be fair, I might, yeah, 30 minutes. Where are the close positions? Probably around them areas. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. Gold's nutting down. 30-minute salary play. You want EJ sell? Yeah, because it's closed back in the zone. And it's making also a top wick, which is great. Do you take the fake out of the prices in the rage is bad? To be honest with you, yeah, I think it's been pretty nice, even if the zone is not that great. But to be honest with you, this zone is actually not that bad, because when we rejected before, we pushed down quick. When we came up, we pushed up quick. So it's a clean zone in terms of pushes. Goldie is nutting. I think both Dr. Dollar and Phoenix are in gold buys over here. Oh no no no. See, hopefully that plays out for the boys. Max, how many 3% are you up this month and week? This month I'm up like 8. This week 3. Good morning, Max in Dubai. Oh, very nice. Beautiful. Do do. Okay, so for the fake out, we don't care about the clean traffic. Not as much, no, not as much as like a closure above. And can you explain where you put your TP for a fake out in theory, please? Well, in theory, you just look to the left-hand side and go, what happened before? Well, when we drove before, we hit this level here. So realistically, take profit should be there. Right around them areas, yeah. I like, what's this? I like EJ and GH to be moving coherently. When one is going up and the other is going down, it confuses me. Only trade gold now, lol. But this play looks solid for you. Yeah, I actually think if this EJ flips and breaks the low, GJ will also do the same and reject and come back in the zone. So that's what I expect. Let's take a look and see how the Spanish unemployment rate came out. Ooh, 12.9%. Every 13 people out of 100 nearly. The more it plays around here, the better, to be honest with you. I'd rather come up maybe a little bit higher, but it is, can you see right now, it is at this resistance here. So, good stuff. I will delete my buy stop, sorry, my sell stop if we break that high. Yeah. I love it when it makes a top wick like this. Hourly still got a bottom wick. Interesting. But yeah, I'll delete my buy stop if we break that high, because if we break that high, we should probably drive into this zone here. 50 likes, not bad. Could be better though. Could be better. Doo doo, doo doo. Max CP is 185. Yeah, like ran around that area. We'll see though when it drives. I'll probably just click 80% off. We'll see. You have to get triggered during this 30-minute candle, right? Yes. Yeah, if this 30-minute candle doesn't tap me in, then I'll probably take it off, especially if it closes bullish. Yes, sirree. Max, would you ever go in a sleep deprivation tank? Wait, what's that? I know the tanks where it's like low sensory tank where there's just nothing in it. But what's a sleep deprivation? What, where you don't fucking sleep? Ah, fuck that. Fuck that. Okay, so coming up over here, 30 minutes about to break the previous high. I'll watch it a little bit longer just in case we reject here and then reflip because I still want it on. But yeah, it's looking bullish, looking like we're going to push. Obviously the zone above is clean, so what you could wait for is an extra 30 closure. Look at GU coming down. Mad candles, but yeah, it's just fucking around in this area. Nasty. Nasty, nasty, and nasty. So yeah, maybe in the next 30 minutes, a closure below 1937 would be beautiful for us, I think, for Goldie. Ooh. No bottom wick on EJ in the 30. Yeah, exactly. So I'm still just giving it a little area. And you remember, like, look, if you look on the lower time frames, it can still reject off here. It's done it before. So that's fine. It's fine with me. So starting to break the highs now. I'm going to give it a little bit more room just in case we reject, but looking like we're breaking maybe hourly highs. The zone above is clean, so this should ride. This should drive pretty nicely. How could I get in? Maybe 15-minute closure. We'll have to see. I think I might miss it though, but that's fine. Oh shit, sorry. Let me just change that. There we go, it's fixed. Good old good lads, cheers for telling us, my man. So breaking highs, breaking hourly highs, the 4 hours bullish again. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. Just because The hourly still has no lower wick. It can still reject pretty damn hard. GJ is right at resistance now. If it closes bullish, it'll be a good trade to take a buy on EJ, as there will be a small stop loss. Yes. I just have a feeling we seem not to be pushing the way we want to in terms of those buys. It seems to be rejected still. So, let's give it a little bit more room. GJ resistance is futile. Yeah, I think the zone above is also maybe a little bit choppy. Might be able to maybe ride it to that level there. It's still 20 pips. That's okay. Might be able to take it out. So what I'd probably do here now is I would delete it in a second, but I just want to see it really push, really, yeah. If it doesn't, I think, because obviously my stops are going to get bigger, I'm going to get in on the flip instead. Yeah, because here, right, stop loss is going to be 26 pips for like a 20 pip gain. But you can minimize it now by getting in maybe on the flip. So I'm just going to wait out a little bit longer. GJ tap that resistance. If you did get into GJ buys, obviously the hourly closes above, so if you trade hourly, that's the first TP. That's the next TP. Right, I think I'm going to delete it now, guys. It's getting too high. And this should drive now. So delete sell stop. Perfect way example of you waiting for a top wick. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So, how would you manage it if you did get the break of the high here, the celery? Stop loss would be 20 pips. Up like 6 pips. There's a little bit of traffic there. Could you have used maybe a better stop? No. Or you just see how this pushes and go break even there. Yeah, it'd go break even now. So you could maybe get the buys as well if you wanted to, but I was kind of focused on the sells here because it closes back in the zone. Dom dom dom. Looking like GJ popping up, popping up. So target would be 740 first. And then potentially 800, yeah. Should realistically get to 800 there. But there is a first level here, which is just tapped. So taking profits there isn't a retarded thing to do. So I think I might just focus on Goldie now because I think the JPY pairs have kind of pushed that move. Yeah, it was a nice 5-minute closure above as well. Meow. For me here though, like changing the trade idea in like a split second from sells to buys is, I know I need to wait for more candles, right? So just one of the rules I have. I mean, it avoids you from like changing things and getting mixed up and confused with trades, for me anyway. So the 15 is going to close. Wait for the... Yeah, so the 15 is closed. Retest would be nice. I'm just a bit cautious. That's already hit that first level for me. So the retest would scare me a little bit. But how big would your 15 stop be? 28 pepperoonies. So then you go, right, 28 pipperoonies for the next target is only 11, so the R is getting a bit naff. So I think the only way you could have really gone there is break the 30-minute high. Does anyone take the break of the 30-minute high? Anyone look at it? Your Wino sells below 1939.9 on gold. That sells below. Clean traffic then to 1937, isn't it? Yeah, we talked about it before. I actually did have it on there before, but this zone is the 4-hour. So even though it's clean traffic, you need to remember 4-hour always prevails, and it's a very, very big 4-hour zone. Whereas if I just wait a little bit longer, wait 20 pips more, I then can have this candle and this candle below the resistance. This zone's much bigger. If you're in gold buys, taking positions off there now is not retarded to do because coming towards that order block there. Is that an order block that I would look to take? No, because I think here. Does it make sense? So bullish, bearish because it's broke the lows, bearish, then changes to bullish. So this is now bullish now, right? Because look, this is the low. This is the high. This is the lower high. So this is the higher low. This is now the higher high. So the structure's changed for me. So that order block doesn't make sense to take. You get me? A 30-minute closure under 4-hour support is enough. Yep. So your stop loss was 19. You got 13 out of it. I'd probably close some there. It's a little bit choppier there, and then maybe leave the runner to 141,800, I'd say. 50-minute close bearish on gold. Still hovering around this level though, right? So just remember, right? Even though the 15 close bearish, oh, max 15 close bearish, resistance forming, let's continue down. You go, well, yeah, it already filled the zone. And the only thing for me is look at the 5s, man. It's still kind of hovering on this level. Why don't you just wait a couple more pips down here and then you've got a great trade. Just looks like a lack of volume on gold at the moment. You preach 30-minute confirmations? Yeah. That's what the sims show me, so... I'll take 15s when there's no 30-minute support next to it, and it's a strong, very, very strong closure, and my stops are safe. So it's a big, strong candle. $15-minute flip will be great. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be just hovering here. So even though it looks so good, because the 15-minute flip did it there, and then it's just rejected, it's still holding this kind of choppy area. If I want to take a gold trade especially, I want strong candles on every time frame. Like this. Like this. I don't want to be playing with this. So sometimes the higher time frames mirror something that's actually quite good, you know, like this looks decent for it to drive down. But the lower time frames are showing that just hovering in this little area here. Overall time frame is still very, very bullish. So I think the sells are only valid really when we get further down. And if that happens, great. And if it doesn't, then that's also great. Just like we go in the Sims. We had some big gaps as well in August, but August in terms of gain was huge. So 24%, and that's not even including GJ trades, which is probably another 12. So like 42% just from waiting for the clean zones, just waiting really for the 30-minute closures, sometimes 15s. So yeah, it's just like from doing it, I don't really worry too much about getting in if it isn't perfect. Come on, EJ, get to the TP that I wanted. 788. In terms of how would I have taken the buy, how would I actually got into this buy? So for me here, the only cause of concern is that the 30 minutes closed back in the zone. Now the reason why I wouldn't take the buys really here is obviously because I was looking at sells, but it's because the 30 closed below. If this 30-minute time frame closed like this, let me just get rid of all this shit. If the 30-minute time frame closed like this, even if it was bearish, it's closed above support, so it's still holding that level. Then this next candle opens. Obviously it doesn't make a low, it just pushes, but break of the high, then there's the celery. I would have taken that because we've closed still above this level. But because the 30-minute closed below, and it wasn't like it closed a week below, it fucking closed very strong. For me, it's not really a candle I want to take. Oh my god, I'm just watching Phoenix here. He's still in. By the skin of his teeth, I think. Bless him. Oh, look how close that was to a stop. Fuck. Let's hope see if it can push now for him. Give the other streamers a like as well. He's doing really, really well. 200 people as well. He's doing great. Yeah, for celery, the opposite candle, red in this case, has to show rejection of the level that was broken. Exactly, yeah. Then you get a good drive. And actually, what we've seen from the Sims, the whole of last year, when there was a celery play, there was only one time that I've seen, one time where if it breaks the previous candle, the stop loss. So, for example, here, right? If you let's just say that this was a nice celery and you wanted to take it, you can use current candle stop every time. It works every time, apart from once, I think, the whole year so far. So, for example, here, if you took this celery here, okay, break the previous high, you don't have to use this stop loss there, previous candle, there. You can use current. It works pretty much every single time on current. That I've seen, anyway. Fucking hell, GJ is on one today, eh? Going towards a lot of higher time frame resistance. I just hope that this daily candle kind of closes above again. Because there's so much clean traffic above. GU starting to push up as well. Some support forming there. To resistance. Come on, make this work for Phoenix, boy. Come on. Push. Broken the 50-minute high. Now looking like there's starting to be some volume in there. Fives, but still not really any direction. So what would I have to wait for later on GJ? Some support forming potentially. Price making a high, coming back down, making some support, closing bullish, to then retest the highs. That would be beautiful. In terms of actually last year and GJ, so I've done July, I've done June. Was there actually many onions? There wasn't that many onions, which is interesting. Oh, there's one there. One onion. Oh no, two onions. Right here. And there's another onion actually. Another onion. Actually, but were they just cells? Resistance forming. Oh no, there's buy onion. Yeah. Nice. Another onion there. What's your code word for onion? It's, to be honest with you, I've just stole fucking Don's because I just call it resistance forming or support forming, but onion on the Excel spreadsheet is just easier to write down. So it's just these here. Price makes a high, comes back down, retests, closure above strong then continue back to the high. For sells, it's the same thing here. Price makes a low, comes back, retests something, and then closes bearish to continue back to the lows. Yeah. That's all it is. Oh, yes. That's a nice move, that ace. That's like, yeah, 50, 60 pips. Nice little stinker. Kind of the same move as what I talked about before on the Sims. For me, there's not really any entry. The only entry you could have taken was maybe the hourly closure. Didn't really close that strong above, actually. But I always say this, right? If you're looking to see how you could have got in there, you're probably forgetting the fact that it's just launched, you know, high volume. There might have been something that came out. Because realistically, it didn't look anywhere near like it was going to push. There's a shitload of 4-hour resistance here. So you need to remember, if that trade happened 1,000 times, how many times would it have pushed? Because then what a lot of people will do is they'll then take a trade here, take the winning trade. They'll remember that that trade was massive, and then now they'll take every single bullish closure at 8 o'clock, even though there's 4-hour resistance right there, and they'll get clotted so many times. And that's normally what happens at the start of like your trading, where you take a massive trade, you take really good trades at the start, maybe because of a bit of luck, and obviously in terms of pushes, they still happen. And then at the end, the next week or two comes, you take the same trades, and then you get fucking battered. It's like, because you don't know it actually works every single time, or a very high percentage of time. You just know that this is pushed nicely, and you go, yeah, fuck it. So EJ there. Got to 724, 15 pips. That's okay. Are you done until New York? I don't know. I'm going to wait. I kind of want still gold sells if it goes below, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's looking like there's nothing too much that I want here.
Correctly, even if you're
Let's
wrong.
take a look at
in the
champion.
market, nothing really
Yeah, champion in buys as well. I think they're all in buys. See how it works out.
this happens, I'll be fine because of risk management. So I think when you do correct risk management, that takes off a lot of stress. And also just like the more you do something, just the less stressful it becomes because you just do it all.
I think in terms of for me personally, if you look at the 30-minute time frame, my only cause of concern is that we haven't closed back above. But it's got a great low wick, great rejection. So let's see if it starts running here. It should be good because it's clean. But for me here, the 30-minute time frame is right there. It can still reject pretty hard. So that's all good. That's all good. No confirmation on JPY pairs. Yeah, exactly. EJ looking like it's coming back down now. So you wouldn't even got maybe half. You might have got half of what you risked. Which is alright. Nah, maybe a bit more. 13 pips or something. It's not bad. Depends where you close though. You probably would have closed maybe a little bit lower. Now starting to reject. GJ starting to reject. Why? Look at the higher time frame. So if you somehow got into buys maybe a little bit higher on, and you just got slapped, maybe in drawdown here, maybe you just got into a random buy. Just look at the higher time frame. You can see here 4 hour is rejected billions of times. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. 7 times in the past couple of days at this level. So that should be a take profit, right? Yeah, using your technicals, this GJ long was quite low prob. We were right at that 4 hour resistance. Yeah, well, it's just the candles to the left don't show me that it's gonna run nicely, right? And that's what I'm preaching, right? 30 minutes closed above now, very nice. But for me, it's already hit that res. But yeah, like, you know, I look to the left, and that's what I want to see. You know, candles that close. I mean, maybe the 50-minute you could have done there, but stops are quite huge. But if you look to the left-hand side, there's resistance right there, resistance there, support / resistance there, and now obviously resistance there. Obviously, we just launched, but I can't get my trade in it, boy. Now 30 minutes closed back above. Interesting. Interesting. 38 pip stops for 23 pip gain. I suppose the zone is quite large. We'll see. Now it looks, you know, more like you're right, because the 30's closed above, which is good. Could use 15 stops to be fair. Let's see if we can make this a little wick first. Oh, I was so tempted to click then. Now it's just pushed. Nice. I was thinking you could use 15. 15 stops is 30 pips. You get like a 23 pip gain. Well, let's just see. Max, have you seen the trend line on the hourly? I got 80 pips yesterday. Yes. Wait, what chart was it again? I saw some trend lines yesterday, but I don't know if it was the one you're talking about. Is gold zoom out? Oh, like here, yeah. Great buys yesterday. Was waiting for a bottom wick on gold. Yeah, same. I wanted like a little one. We will have a better setup and volume later, most likely, for sure. Yeah, still 8:30. It's a bit of a W formation as well, actually. Very nice. Do do do. So let's see this push. So yeah, I mean the entry there, probably on the flip. Stop loss below the previous 15. 28 pips is what you'd try and run, I think. GJ looking like it's rejecting a little bit. EJ coming back down. Interesting. Down, 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 down. Do 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 do. I really want to get into this gold. I'm just waiting for a fucking lower wick. Just so I can get the 15 flip. I think I may miss it though. Use dynamic risk. I mean, if I got in now, 36 pip stops, man. Yeah, so whatever. Let's see this continue. Hopefully you can mirror this candle here. Coming to 1945.8 is where you'd look. Because that's where the first kind of level is to retrace to. Oh, is EJ gonna make the hourly lower wick? Oh my god. Ah, my fucking ankle still hurts. Is it still got bruised? Yeah, it's a little bit. Push, Goldie. So later on, yeah, I think terms of GJ, maybe some buys later on after it comes back and retraces a little bit. Drive, Goldie, drive, 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 drive. Roger strikes again. Oh, what did he take? What did he take? Let's take a look. Fucking hell, it's hovering around here, isn't it? GJ's done the retest of the previous zone. Go, Goldie, go! Take a look at Rogers. Oh, Roger got a pound yen. What time frame was that on? $15-minute closure above. Let's take a look. Was it there? Might have been. So Goldie coming up now. Good stuff. Good stuff. Finally. So if you were in this trade on the flip, sorry, coming up now, which is great. Stop loss, as I said, was down here. Up around about, you would be 15 pips. Yeah, I kind of missed that little fucking entry. Not much of a lower wick. Wait, sorry, how much are you up by? Yeah, so 15 pips, be break even here. See if you can get that final push to 1945. There were no clean candles to the left. What for what? For GJ or gold? Gold's still got a clean candle here. Brother? Oh, Raj's trade. Yeah, he just used the volume. Strong closure before 8 o'clock push. Fair enough. I can't see it, but... The one that you can do is price came up, retested, closed then strongly bullish, just with volume, get a push, suppose, to this resistance. I had a support at the stop loss on that long you put on gold. I think if Raja starts to stream London, everyone in the world will join his stream because his win rate is 90% and RR is like 5 to 1. Rejection from the 30-minute OB. Yeah. Stops to be 30 pips. You'd be already up 22. It's probably first level you'd want to take off as well. First resistance. Yes, sir. GJ's dipping hard, eh? Come on, Goldie, finish the move. Mirror that candle, boy. Mirror that candle. $8.43, yeah, I kind of just want to wait for this candle to hit that TP just to make sure that I'm correct in the analysis, but obviously it is break even anyway. That's how you would have got in. I just fortunately didn't have time. Kind of broke the high straight away, didn't it? Yeah. The 15-minute just pushed, the 30-minute just pushed, but still, as I said before, when the 15 minutes closed and there was no 30, it wasn't looking good. It was still kind of hovering. Now when the 30 closes bullish above, there you go, you got a clean candle to fill. And that's the trade. If you got in, great. If you didn't, it doesn't matter about getting in or not. It's about the process of knowing and seeing it. Can you take gold? You could have taken it maybe like 15 minutes ago. Yep. That rejection from GJ, wow. EJ's still not there yet, back in that zone, but the hourly is rejecting pretty damn hard. So let's take a look at that retracement. Oh, 38 pips. 38 pip retracement. Oh, camera might High chance of fake out clean zone below. Potentially. Potentially. If the 30-minute closes below, looks good. Looks like Raja took an impulse. 1670, yeah, 16700. Yeah, I think he took it here. Using 8 o'clock volume, minor resistance, which was made in, what's it called? Which was made in the end of the day. I suppose it didn't count for too much. And the drive. So there's a 50-minute close. You just got to survive this lower wick. Yeah, you still haven't really got anywhere near your 1-to-1. Still only 15 pips. But as long as you're in profit and you don't take the drawdown, it's pretty much 0 drawdown that trade. It's all good. Why? Because it's a clean zone. So Raja wasn't worried about the new hourly wick first. No, and I think from the reason why is because look at the candle he entered on. Sorry, the candle before he entered on. It already made the lower wick, already rejected the zone. So does he really need much of a lower wick now after he's got the confirmation that it's rejected previous area? Not really. It's also 8 o'clock volume, so you get the volume push. Are you actually in this? No, I'm just going through it for people. So here, you have to wait for the lower wick, top wick. I missed the entry really here, but it looks like you might get break even anyway. So 15 minutes closed below, made a top wick flip. Oh, interesting. This 30 minutes rinsing down. Great rejection. If you look at the 4 hour now, really rejecting them highs, coming back into that zone again. Take a look at BBC News, because when it rejects like that so hard, it suggests that the first push was news and maybe it's retracing from it. Would you take a GJ celery sell? No, I'm going to wait for the 30 to close, I think. In 10 minutes time. Yeah. Because the zone below is clean, as we've found out. I think it makes a top wick and flips. How much would my stops be right now? 20 pips. Zone below is obviously 74, which is nice. The reason why is because the 15 is a weaker time frame. And this candle could easily reflip, start pushing up. And then this 30 minute could reflip. And then your sells are completely invalidated. But if you wait for the 30... and then the top wick and then the drive, you're going to be fine. Max, can you explain how identifying major and minor resistance, please? Yeah, higher the time frame, higher the resistance, stronger the resistance. Yeah. Also, and how many times it's actually held. So we talked about one before. Where was it? Was it gold? So look at gold here. Gold came up 3 times in the space of... So 11 o'clock and it did it again at 7 o'clock. So 7 hours to try to break this high and it didn't. So that is a strong res. Look at the higher time frames. You can clearly see it's 4 hour resistance. Clearly see it's daily resistance in this area. Clearly see it's hourly resistance. So it's a big res. Do, do. For fake out, your stop loss is current or previous candle high or low. Previous. Yeah. Previous. GJ looking strong. Yeah, it's rejecting pretty hard here, eh? Stop's getting a little large. I could use maybe previous 15. GU's coming back down. Fucking hell, GU's been a mess today. Do you take into consideration resistance when formed when it's low volume? Well, clearly not, right? Because I would be taking that buy if it was. I mean, because the hourly closed above it. But this resistance for me was still bugging me. But it was at low volume time. So that's something that I might go back test, to be honest. When there's very, very low. Because Raja does take a lot of them trades. It's actually reminded me when I was young. Because I'd watch him and go, how the fuck is he taking that? There's resistance right there. But this is made in the end of the day. 10 o'clock. So does it have much weight to it? Probably not. It's just lost volume, right? Then when the volume comes back in, we're back in action. So actually, what you could be looking at, which we might actually do in the Sims here. Let me write that down because I actually might do that in the Sims. Because what you can do here is, right, let's just say you sack all this off. Then look what's happening now. Clean candles, clean candles. See what I mean? So yeah, it's something that might go back test. So let me just write that down because my ADHD head will fucking forget that in 0.003 seconds. Low volume, tiny res, back test. I might put that on the next GJ Sims. Cheers. What I was wondering, yeah. Looking like gold is rejected, so you'd get break even there. Fair dues. Gold is also coming alive, yes. 30 minutes retracing. Yeah, that is interesting. That very, very interesting. Because yeah, if you literally forget about this and then did the homework that we do, you'd go, yeah, probably a buy above here, to be honest, buy above there. That celery was quite good. This closure was nice. 30-minute lower wick, flip. Because if you look to the left-hand side now, all these clean candles, all them candles pushing up, and that clean candle pushing. So it moves very quick. My dog ate my homework, Max. Well, Brian, you're going to get a slap on your ass. Yeah, wow, that GU has been a madness. To be fair, 15 didn't close above there for the buy, so fair enough. GJ sells both 1 out and daily will flip. The only one thing that I'm not liking, which is fine though, but that's why I'm gonna have to wait for a top wick. These 5 minutes. Can you see as they're coming down, they're getting smaller and smaller, suggesting a lack of fuel, lack of losing a bit of fuel for the cells, which suggests that it could make some support to continue back up. So yeah, you can see sometimes in the lower time frames, just those things you wouldn't be able to see in the higher. Like these candles are getting smaller and smaller every single time they come in this zone. If it really wanted to continue, it would still be strong candles. So we'll see. I don't know what the fuck EJ's doing. EJ's looking nasty. When EJ looks nasty, it's normally nasty for quite a while. So I kind of just, the second I see it looking a bit, I kind of just leave it. So yeah, that GJ thing, that's really, really good idea to backtest. I'm going to do that in the next simulation. Just to see if, because yeah, I do remember Roger taking quite a lot of them. And me going kind of, what the fuck? Look, gold is a fake out. Look, gold is a fake out sell. I'm waiting for it to come below here, bro. This zone for me still feels like a buying zone. Why? Because what I talked about before, it's still above the 4-hour area here. I need it below here, 932. But a very, very strong bearish candle, which is good. There's a 5-minute trend line. Could be quite nice actually to close below. Actually, that might be a way to get in, but I kind of really still want it below 937. EJ reflipping. Just broke the 50-minute high as well. Yeah, that's actually quite nice. 30-minute closure. I know it's rejected, but low wick flip. I'm looking at gold sells in the 30-minute. Very good. Obviously closing in a minute's time. Got good rejection. I see it. I see it. For me, though, as I said, I want it below, but also the support right there. Which isn't too far away. See what I mean? There you go, GJ pushing up again. Interesting. Celery on the 30-minute on GJ? Yeah. That could be reasonable, right? If it closes above. Interesting. Interessante. There's a closure of gold. Very, very strong candles on the 5 minutes, which is looking good. No top wick yet. 30-minute closure, no bottom wick either. Yeah, GJ closed right on support. Right on support. which could be quite nice for a GJ buy, I'm not going to lie. I think the buy stops are going to be needed. Hourly's closed above as well. 50 minutes making some support. Stop loss currently would be 17 pips as well. Interesting. How did EJ close as well? Closed bullish as well. See how this lower wick forms. GJ 1 hour wick fill, I think will be good for buys. Yes, sir. Only issue is it's right at 161. It's a very big psychological level, as we know. Yeah, it gets a little high, to be fair. You looking for sales max on what? No, I still look. I'm in EJ buys, but buy 4 hour. Hopefully, you can reach 142.245. Yeah, that'd be a nice target for later on, eh? For GJ, no, because GJ hasn't closed below. It's actually holding support. The hourly closed bullish above. The 50-minute also closed bullish, rejecting. So I'm actually maybe looking at buys over here, break at the high to continue bullish. I do know that there's resistance there, and it is at a 161. That's my only thing that's kind of put me off it. Goldie's still coming back above. I put buy stop on GJ, but it will move my stop loss to break even quickly, I think. Yes. Yes. I'm just going to watch these candles for a while. See how they're printing. God, GU is nasty. Nasty. Just saw Brian there. Yeah, that's actually a little bit of an order block as well. And does that make sense in terms of order blocks? So, came up, double top. Retest breaks the low, break a structure. Come back up, retest, doesn't break the high, so yeah. Worked nicely. looking for fake out sells. Yeah. See how the 15 closed. I just think that because the hourly's closed above. Well, I suppose it hasn't closed above there actually. Yeah, you're right. Still holding it. We shall see. EJ's coming down again. Oh. Down, down, down. Seem to not be liking the highs too much, these JPY pairs. If it breaks the low of the previous 15, then yeah, I don't really care too much about the buys, but not there yet. Still got a while. There's a top wick on Goldie. Let's take a look then. There's the flip. Stop loss above. That's not bad, I suppose. Especially after that top wick, to be honest. The hourly did close bearish. Let's see. 30 pip stop. 47 pip gain. That's not bad, you know. We break even at that support there. Down, down. Yeah, stops are quite big until you get to that support. Only 12 pips profit. It's the only thing, but I think it looks still good because the hourly goes bearish again. Very nice. I'm so tempted to jump into this gold, but I just kind of want to wait a little longer. I like how the hourly's closed below again. Right, I think I'm gonna get into this. Yeah. Right. There we go. Right, I took a trade over here. I'm gonna take it. So got in over here, got in a little bit higher up, but stop loss is 32 pips to continue back down to the low, and then furthermore into this zone. I think the zone below is actually a bit alright now, especially with that rejection. How can I manage risk if the 30 or 50, I mean 30-minute close is bearish probably here. Actually got in a little bit higher there. Do 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 do. GJ 5-minute making support. Yeah. Yes, sirree. I actually got in a little bit higher here. I got in there. But anyway, we'll just do that. Break even at like 1940.4 level. Somewhere around there. Tips on passing funded, yeah, 1 to 2 trades, yeah, 1 to 2 trades. Looking for proper setups. Use your bullets wisely. So yeah, put the break-even level like right around that support. Should give me like 13 pips. Okay, so I'm just gonna go break even here. If it runs, great. If it doesn't, it's fine. It is at support. It could react off it, and I don't want to take the drawdown because it's not the cleanest zone. But I just knew we could get down to that support. So break even, risk-free trade. See if you get this push. Yeah, my boy. Got him pretty much straight away. Do, do. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, good stuff. Let's see. We got 20 pips there. Well, I did anyway, but we'll see, we'll see. How does the hourly look? Still looks okay. Pushing down. Oh, I'm going to close 80% over here. 29 pips I got. Beautiful, beautiful work. So for people who got in a little bit later than me, because I got in a little bit earlier. Yeah, still like 28 pips. Very, very nice. Oh, shit. We're running. Okay, up 40 pips now. Very, very nice. What a fucking W, guys. Come on, boy. Very, very nice. 44 pips, 45 pips. Looking like we're nutting down over here. I'm just going to probably close this 4 hour. Yeah, fuck it. Closed full here, guys. It may continue, but I'd rather just take my money. It's at the 4 hour level. It could fuck around. What a fucking dub. Put some dubs in the chat, squad. This is the 7th win. Holy, that was a beautiful. Got the whole thing. Yeah, nice, man. What a banger. Just took a beautiful trade again. I know this is getting boring, guys, but man, we're taking W's, W's, W's. Closed over here, got in a little bit higher up, closed a little bit there, 28, and then closed the rest at 40. 48, I think it was. Beautiful, beautiful work. Very, very nice. W's, 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 boy. Yeah, close like 40, 48 pips. Very, very nice. We're on a roll. We're on a roll. Bosh. So there we go. Look like GJ's gonna come. I'm gonna leave GJ. I think it's too close to that res, to be honest. I think it's, you might be able to squeeze some pips out of it, but I think Goldie was the one there. Great work, great work. Really, really, really solid work. How much did I actually close at that last runner? Oh shit, I actually closed 54 pips on mine, but anyway, well, I'll put it at 48, because that's what we got really here. Very nice, Max. I didn't take this trade. I just didn't feel confident with it. Can you please explain if you don't mind me? So me, I had a bit more confidence. If I don't think I would have taken that trade if it wasn't for the hourly. The hourly closed bearish again below. Great wick fills. And also the rejection, right? In terms of what we like here, this is actually, if you actually look what this looks like, this is an M formation as well. So there's an M formation, so double top. Price comes and retraces, rejects. It's only one way to go, which is down. So in terms of the entry, I also liked how we also had a top wick already rejecting. Can you see that this candle here rejected here? If you actually go back, if you look back at the recording, you'll see me pique my interest when this starts to come and tap this level and start to reject. Because it's tapping the zone, it's wanting to leave. Then when you get the flip, you get the drive. Obviously, in terms of stop loss to break even, it was obviously this zone here is quite choppy, right? This is not nice, right? It's a bit nasty. But I had a strong engulfing bearish candle, so I know volume's on my side. And when I come to this level down here, I just go break even. And if it pushes, it pushes. If it doesn't, I hit break even. See what I mean? So sometimes going break even at that level, I was happy taking that break even because it would have been respecting. But I also know the hourly is just filling the wicks that's just made. So yeah, same thing again though. Just wait for a 30-minute closure, looking good. Was deciding whether or not because of this zone here, but I decided, you know what, it's worth it because I think it's going to get to that level. And there we go. Also an onion play. Yeah, prices came down, retested, closed bearish, continue back to the lows. Yes, max your TP with market or limit. It slipped on me. I just closed my man. I just click the button. But actually click a little bit later than I did because I have to obviously tell other people in the chat to close. But that actually helped me a little bit. I closed at fucking 54 pips. That's nice. So obviously this can continue if you do have runners. You've got clean zone below. So next TP would be 1933. See? 1933 potentially. The reason why I closed early at that level is because look at the 4 hour. We're at this 4 hour level and I'm still bullish. I still think it's gonna make support and then fucking fly up like it's done the last 3 days. It's just, you know, I think it's a good level to take off. Are you adding positions after 1933? Nah, no. If I was gonna add position, I would have held that on, but I kind of wanted to close there. So yeah. Go here. Oh my god, this is nothing. It's funny because like back in the day I would never take that trade because the stop was too big. But can you see now why the stop doesn't really matter? It's happened on GJ. I think last week or maybe the week before I took a GJ trade. Everyone's like, Max, your stop loss is fucking huge. I go, I know it is, but the zone's also huge. And it ran 120 pips. Our sell's valid below, yeah. The only issue you've got now is what? Your stops are going to be fucking massive. Yeah, 65 pips. Obviously the zone's big enough, but 65 pips is the biggest stop that I've ever used. And you can't even minimize it on the 15 because the 15's up there as well. That's the thing that would limit me. So but again, the same thing as before. GJ was taking the buys, everyone was looking at the buys. I just didn't really like it. I mean, I'm going to go backtest this though, because this is very, very interesting. Wait, would it be a good entry if we create support for continuing down? You mean retracements? Yes, yeah. If price comes up, retraces maybe to 1940, then closes back below 1937, then yeah, I'd take the sells because that zone's clean. And you should fill to 1931. Yep. Yes, yes, and yes. So let's take a look at how much you made there. maybe 1.4%, maybe a little bit less. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, oh, sorry, it's not there. Just to show you, because sometimes people get like, oh my god, Max has just made a 50 pip trade. I was like, whoa, Max is sick. Well, no, I still, had a bigger stop, and I still closed maybe just before 1-to-1 in the first push. So, but it's, it's still percentage gain, right? So, what time is that taken at? So was it 9/11? Wow. 26th. Also, guys, if you do have Instagram, make sure to tag me in. Tag me in your profits. Tag me in your things. I'll always repost. If you want to start a little trading Instagram, that's what I did. Gold sell. It was an onion. On the flip. Was it on the flip? Yeah, it was on the flip. Beautiful top wick at the start. Stop loss was 32. Goes 80% at 28. Goes the rest at 48. Okay, so let's take a look at the calculator, see how much you actually gained on that one. Because some people fucking bullshit and make it look like they've made more than they have. 28 times 0.8 plus 48 times 0.2. 32. So the true value I got is 32, which is great. Look, got my 1-to-1, 1.4%. It's taking us up to 8.4% for the month. Win rate still maybe a little bit meh, but I was a bit unlucky at the start, and some L's that I really shouldn't have taken. So you start to look at the probabilities over here. Wait, where's the 15? Yeah. So 15 flip was maybe a little bit lower at the start because I was getting in maybe without 30 closures. Look at the 30 minute. 100% win rate, 66.67% win rate, and 100% win rate. Look like GJ's rejecting. EJ's coming up. It's doing his thing. Goldie's still dying. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming on. People in the mentorship, I'll see you guys in white, and we'll do the same thing again. Thank you so much for coming on, guys. Peace out. Adios, amigos. See you later, alligator. Do 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 do. See you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile.